Hey friends, it's Wayne Polson here, and today is T-minus 32 days and counting until that big reveal. Yes, it's the big reveal, folks. April 2nd will be the big reveal. I know what a lot of you are thinking. A lot of you are thinking birthday, grandchild, retirement, buying a new car, buying a new home, buying more land, buying another tractor. I can't tell you what it is, folks. I really can't. It'll spoil the whole thing. You just keep on thinking, come up with ideas, put them in the comments if you want. So what am I going to do? I ask myself this question every day. I ask myself, self, what are you going to do today? For a video, that is. And self replies by saying, I don't know. You got any plans? And then I say, well, maybe I should call Cousin Eddie. Oh, Eddie's on vacation. How about that? Can't use Cousin Eddie tonight. So self replies, hey, look, you got to get ready for the season. Why don't you start doing some maintenance? Get some videos of the stuff you do for maintenance. And I thought, that's a great idea, self. So today I'm going to do some Gaff maintenance. That is my climbing spurs. I'm going to sharpen them up a little bit. I'm going to touch them up a little bit. Now it's important for me to lay out this caveat here. Buckingham, who makes my particular spurs, has a very intense, detailed, graphic instruction set on how to properly maintain the gaffs. And by gaffs, I'm talking about the pointy part of the climbers, the pointy part of the whole spur assembly, if you will. That geometry that they shape those things to, that's pretty important. Yeah, every little curve and angle has a specific purpose and reason for existing. So I don't want to disrupt the flow. I don't want to, upset the force, if you know what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do tonight is just touch up. I'm not doing full-blown maintenance. Now, I will put a link in the description down here to Buckingham's video on how to properly maintain your climbing spurs. I think it's a really good video. I watched it. It's more detailed than I would want to go with it, but I understand why they did it, because climbing spurs can have a big impact on your body in many ways. Has on mine, I know. One of the last things I want to do is gaff out when I'm in a tree. By gaff out, I mean have my foot come loose from the tree. When that happens, what I found myself doing at times is sliding down the bark of that tree, and my face meets the bark and bad things happen. It's not a fun time. Actually, I've even had to dig through my shirt on a cherry tree. You know how cherry trees have that real aggressive, hard, sharp bark? Yeah, I had to meet up with that one time. My whole chest was just raw meat, if you will. So I want my gaffs to work. That's why I'm going to follow the guidelines. So tonight is a touch-up. That's all I'm doing, touching up. I'm going to try to make this as brief as I can. I've been talking too long now. Why don't we just go ahead and get to it, shall we? Okay, so take a look at the profile of this gaff. Look at the rightmost 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch or so there. And I want you to notice the shape of this. Pay special attention. That is on purpose. You notice that there's a nice flat line along the bottom of this, a nice flat spine. We don't want this to curve in any direction whatsoever. And I want you to notice the beak or the curve that we have here on the inside of the gaff. That is on purpose, by design. Very important to maintain that. So as we get into sharpening this today, I'm not going to do a lot. I'm not going to be very aggressive with this, because I don't want to change the shape too severely. All I need to do is restore a point on this gaff. That's my intention. And you can see here that the very point is pretty dull. So this gaff is in need of a little bit of sharpening. It still works pretty well, but I really want it to be sharp. I don't like gaffing out on trees. It's no fun. So let's get to it. Okay, so with this gaff and climber installed in this vise, and it's recommended that you grip this climber with some wood so as not to damage the edges of the steel. So that's what I have going on here. Now, one thing I know is that Buckingham makes a gauge. It's basically a tool that allows you to judge the condition of the gaff. It has many different gauges in one little tool. It tests the thickness, it tests the angle of the beak here, because this beak should not be rounded. It should be an actual triangular shaped beak. So this gauge also helps you to determine when it's time to replace the gaff. And Buckingham recommends replacing the gaff only one time. After the second replacement is due, it's time to buy new climbers as well. That's their recommendation. So at some point I'll probably buy this gauge and we'll go through this exercise again. We'll actually inspect it using the gauge, making sure that it is falling within their recommended envelope. So what I'm going to do first is just take this marker and I'm going to paint it black so that I can see how much material I'm removing. And I'm only going to be removing material from the inside of the gaff. I may be taking some off at the very point here, just along this side to sort of maintain that V and to bring my point here back. But I'm not going to remove anything on the walls underneath here. I'm not going to be addressing that at all. Okay, this is just to sort of restore the point here. That's all I'm going to do for today. So I'm just going to lightly file this, and I can see where the material is removing. I want to be careful to maintain the overall curvature of this beak. Okay. It's getting a pretty good point on it already. You don't need to remove a lot of material, folks. A little is a lot in this case. Yeah, that's much better getting there. Take a little bit more off this way. And this is really nice because when you mark this black like that, it helps you to know that you're not getting a taper in your filing. So I want to make sure that I'm hitting this edge flat. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's a very good edge. A little bit more. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I'm going to take this stone here and just hone that edge a little bit. I don't want any burrs. That feels very good. Okay, so I'm going to consider that a touch-up. I'm good for this right now. This is nice and sharp, much sharper than it was. I don't know if you can see that there or not very well, but I'll try to zoom in on that. I think I'm good. I did the other one earlier, so the other one's over here. It's actually completed. Well, folks, there you have it. Another video for another day. And now we're at the point in the evening where I say to myself, Self, what are you going to do tomorrow? And Self says, I don't know, you got any plans? And I say, yes, I do. I have a plan. You want to know what it is? It's not any more of these, that's for sure. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be this right here. This is the compact bulldog bone. It's the device I use to ascend a rope during SRT, or stationary rope technique. Folks, this needs maintenance. You see this? It shouldn't look like that. It's abused. I'm going to repair that tomorrow. I might also talk a little bit about the functionality of this device. Maybe give you a little history of the man who created it. Stay tuned, folks. Tomorrow. That'll be the next video. Listen, on a serious note, I love you guys so much. Thank you for following my channel. Those of you who are watching this and are not subscribers but would like to be, you just hit the subscribe button, click the bell to get notifications. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. But more than anything else, more than anything in the world that I desire, well, I gotta qualify that. Outside of like my wife, I desire her, you know, I mean, I desire friendship, you know, that. But on the channel, what I desire are your comments. You know that, guys. Those of you who comment regularly, you know I love to read your comments. I love to laugh with you, cry with you, joke with you. Whatever it is you've got going on in the comments, I'm there. So, folks, leave comments. This video's getting too long because I'm babbling again. What a dilemma. See ya. Oh yeah, one more thing. Spread the love, folks. Be kind to one another. It's working. It's happening. I promise you. Keep it up. Hey folks, it's Wayne Polson here, and today is T-22. Did I say 22? I didn't mean 22, dang it. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it. Beautiful country though. Whew. Just cold so often, you know, so long. Anyway. Forgot what I was saying. Well, there you have it, folks. Another video for the day. Well, there you have it, folks. The end of another video. And I would like to talk to you about something serious, but I can't think of anything serious at the moment. Well, there you go, folks. That's the end of another video. And there's nothing in my head right now. It's gone. It's empty. Well, there you have it, folks. Now you know how to maintain these, don't you? I don't know if I want to do that either. Well, there you go, folks. That's the end of another video and the start of another pondering evening of what to do for tomorrow. All right, folks, that's the end of another video. I hope you understand now a little bit more clearly on how these are to be maintained. Again, very slight touch-up tonight. Nothing aggressive, if you know what I'm saying. We'll get into that later. And I forgot what I was going to say next. I do this all the time. See that?